Okay, so here's a question that comes up many times. Should you buy a property with a tenant in place? Now, this is something that happens all the time, but the question is, should you do it? And if you're wholesaling, does it make it harder to sell? And the answer is it depends. Now, I will tell you, we have bought properties with tenants in place, and one of them that comes to mind was wonderful, and one of them was an epic nightmare. Well, why? The one that was wonderful, of course, was easy, but the one that was an epic nightmare, why? Because once we closed on the property and we went to introduce ourselves, the tenant was livid, and I mean livid, that the house was sold to a new owner and she was not told anything. Now, of course, the seller told us that they had told the tenant everything and so forth, and we took them at their word, and well, we saw how that worked out. Unfortunately, that tenant became very difficult. Apparently, that's probably why the seller was selling, because he was probably done dealing with this person. And we ended up learning that the hard way and eventually had to get them out of the house. Uh, so that's just how it goes. So definitely having that disclosure up front from the seller, having the contact information of the tenant. It does, I mean, they're probably not going to give it to you until it's like really ready to close, but having that initial conversation with the tenant before closing, that's a really good idea to make sure everything is clean and you're not buying a problem, because I will tell you that was not fun. Now, that being said, if you're looking to wholesale a deal with a tenant in it, of course, what you got to deal with is showability issues, right? You got to give them 24 hours notice. And hopefully you've got strong enough buyers to where you only have to do this once or twice. Some wholesalers prefer to have a big bunch of people show up at the same time. Is that a good idea? In some cases it is, in some cases it's not, right? It's just going to depend on the tenant, the situation, and so forth. What I will tell you though is if you buy a property that has tenants in it and they've been there for a while, those can actually work out really well because you've got long term stability. And again, sometimes it's the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it can be that simple, and that can be very positive. But the key thing to remember is if you're going to buy a property that has a tenant in it, find out if there's any issues with that tenant, preferably before closing. That's the big one. Everything else, by and large, is a bit easier to handle, but that's the big one, because otherwise you could be buying into a headache. And I will tell you, that was not fun to deal with, but it did get done and life carries on. So don't be afraid of properties that have tenants in them, whether you're wholesaling them or buying them. Just make sure you find out everything you really need to find out up front so that when the closing happens, we have a smooth transition. Everybody's happy, everybody wins. So, hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. A lot of great stuff out here that we've been adding, and I hope to see you around. See you.